各位观众，大家好，欢迎收看《最佳方案》。凡是在美国上学，或者是准备到美国来上大学的学生和家长都知道 ，SAT 呢是美国最重要的大学入学考试之一，相当于中国的高考。到2016年3月 ，SAT 将以全新的面目登场，这是一次重大的变革。那么新的考试将是什么样的？学生又该为此怎样做准备？今天呢，我们就给大家请到了美国最著名的教育培训机构之一 Princeton Review 的西岸副总裁 Rain Cake 先生，来给大家做一个详细的分析和讲解。The Princeton Review 是美国最著名的教育培训机构之一，迄今有40多年的历史，分布遍及全美及世界各地，在北京、上海、香港、台湾等地也有分支。仅去年1年辅导的学生就达350万。他不但擅长于 SAT、ACT 等大学入学考试的辅导，对美国医学院入学考试 MCAT、法学院入学考试 LSAT、商学院入学考试 GMAT、研究生入学考试 GRE 等也有独到的研究。他编写的 Cracky 的 SAT 教材不但是唯一上了《纽约时报》畅销书排行榜的考试辅导类书籍，也被其他许多教育培训机构采用。他每年发布的美国大学排行榜也广泛被教育界引用参考。今年7月25日星期六 ，The Princeton Review 将在由大纪元时报主办的洛杉矶2015年教育展上提供免费的全程 SAT 实战模拟考试，并会将考试成绩和评估报告寄给参加考试的学生。
SAT is here on the West Coast and on the East Coast still the most popular college admissions exam. In its current version, which will be here all the way through January of 2016, it's really a reasoning and analytical based test, which means it challenges students to take things they've learned in the classroom and apply it to a question type and style they've never seen before. The ACT is a little bit more of a curriculum review exam. I would kind of say it's kind of like a high school final. So it's not trying to outsmart you or challenge you with a question type you've never seen before, but it's actually more academically rigorous. Unfortunately, the impression in California is that colleges don't want the ACT, they only want the SAT, and that's not true. Every four-year school in the country accepts both. They have no listed preference. The ACT, if that's the better fit for you, absolutely should be the test you pursue, because what you want to do is not give a school the test you think they want more. You want to give a school the test that puts you in the best position. The PSAT is like the baby SAT, right? It's a slightly shorter exam designed for juniors and the start of their year, so it's given in October of your junior year. And what the main benefit of it is giving students exposure to the SAT style question. So they get something that they can take, they'll receive a full score report, they can analyze their strengths and weaknesses or work with a company like Princeton Review to kind of figure out what they should do to improve in time for the SAT. And it is a great warm-up. It's a great way to begin the college admissions process. But the PSAT has no bearing on college admissions. That is not a test score colleges look at to determine your eligibility. The second benefit of the PSAT is that the top 1.5% of scoring students in each state become eligible for a scholarship, a college scholarship. It's worth up to $2,500 a year, renewable for up to 4 years while you're in college.
So no matter which university you are going, you still have this scholarship?
Correct, because that's paid for by a separate entity called the National Merit Scholarship Corporation, which administers this test. And they essentially just send the $10,000 on your behalf to whatever school you decide to attend. The PSAT is given in October of your junior year. I actually recommend students take a practice ACT around the same time frame. Then you want to compare your score and say which one is my better fit.
So you don't recommend to students to do both?
No, and you don't have to, because schools ultimately are going to evaluate the one score that puts you in the best light possible. So they are admissions officers, not denial officers. They're looking for the best reason to let you in. So if you send 2 test scores, they're simply going to look at the one that they think is higher. The SAT is undergoing its largest change in 30 years. It launches in March of 2016. One of the most visible changes is it's reverting its test scoring back to how it used to be. So current SAT has a perfect score of 2,400, which you achieve by getting up to an 800 in math, up to an 800 in critical reading, and up to an 800 in writing, and they add those sections up. They're actually now combining the writing and reading sections into kind of just a verbal skills section. So now you only have 2 graded sections, up to 800 in math and 800 in verbal. So the new perfect score will be 1,600. The essay has moved from being required at the beginning of the test to being optional at the end of the test. They've eliminated the sentence completion section, which is really a big vocabulary test. So vocabulary will be a bit de-emphasized. Math is actually bumping out to include higher level concepts like linear equations and actually more like pre-calculus style coursework. So it's going back to more rigor. It's changing its scoring so that it used to be you got a point for every right answer. You lost a quarter point for every wrong answer. And if you skipped it, there was no change. They're actually now going to just a point for every right answer, and whether you get it wrong or skip it, there's no change. That all these changes better align it actually with the way the ACT currently looks. So I would argue it's going to be more of a curriculum-based exam. It'll be a slightly more rigorous test in what it's testing you on academically. It's designed to be more similar to the types of questions you'll get at the college level. So I actually think for some students this is a welcome change, but for some students whose current strength is that analytical reasoning test like we currently have, they should strike while the iron's hot. So students in your class of 2017s around the country, they should be thinking about taking the current SAT before it disappears in January. Because the essay has become optional, if you decide not to take the essay, it's about 3 hours long, just multiple choice for the most part. If you take the essay, it's 3 hours and 50 minutes long of just testing. On the reading side, they are, again, eliminating those sentence completions in favor of more reading analysis, so text-based passage reading. And they're also adding a new type of question, a substantiated response question. Maybe the question will say, what do you think the author's tone was? Fair question, maybe sarcastic or informative. So you'll pick your answer, just like you would on the old test. But now on the new exam, the next question will say, which of the following sentences helped you answer the question above? And the reason they've done this is so that they eliminate the chances of you just guessing correctly. On the grammar, it used to be sentences were all independent of each other. So you'd answer a grammar question about who knows what topic. The next sentence was completely unrelated. Now you're going to answer grammar in a long passage, so it'll have continuity. And they've layered in a lot more punctuation knowledge than in the current SAT. Math, what they're trying to do is move a lot more towards applied mathematics, so real life applications. The types of questions that you need mathematical knowledge for, but would help you navigate more than just math. And then it's going further along. They've found that algebra is one of the greatest predictors of success in college. So the heart of math, this algebra 1 and 2, there'll be more testing on to really help predict student success in college campuses. The calculators used to be allowed on every section of the SAT. Though I would let you know you actually never needed it. You could answer just about every question in your head, but I know students love their calculators. They've now changed it. On the new SAT, there will be one math section where calculators are allowed, and there will be one math section where calculators are not permitted. And that's going to make sure that they're testing your actual understanding of math concepts rather than maybe your computational skills, which are very different. The big difference is it's moving from this reasoning, almost trick-based style of question to a more holistic, academic review style test, which is, I would argue, a good thing for students, but it'll change the kind of preparation that you would do. And I'd also probably recommend students not be in that first wave of students when it's administered in March, the first time it's ever given. Always better to take a test that's been out at least once so folks like us can help outsmart it. So my one recommendation is probably avoid the March sitting. and beforehand figure out if the current SAT or ACT is a better fit for you. The impact on students is going to be varied. Some students that already do very well on the ACT style question, which this new SAT is more similar to, they're probably going to find their scores go up on the new SAT, that it's a more comfortable style question for them. However, for students that have made test preparation an extracurricular activity, which is common now where students begin prepping in the 8th grade or earlier and prepping all year, that will not be anywhere near as high reward a pursuit on this new test because it is not strategy-based or trick-based. That vocabulary studying will not be as impactful. So students will be able to prepare in a shorter amount of time in a thoughtful way. And I think that a lot of students are going to find that if they are math students, that's their real strength, the SAT is going to be a great fit for them because it's half your score. Whereas math on the ACT is actually only 1/4 of your score. The ACT has 4 sections, only one of which is math. Any student doing well in math, and obviously there's a lot of data that suggests Asian students are outperforming a lot of their peers in math, will likely find that that helps them stand out on test scores even more. The only investment you need to make is time and commitment. So obviously there's all sorts of different programs out there that will help you, varying costs, right? You could do free prep on YouTube. You can do long exhaustive prep with any number of companies. The right thing is making a time investment that's appropriate. A great time to prepare is summer before your junior year. You should not let your test preparation, if you can avoid it, conflict with your academics. And I have found 30 to 50 hours of preparation, total instructional time and spent on homework is hugely impactful. Boost your scores to the point that colleges want them. This year's freshmen who will go on to be sophomores, they'll be stuck with the new test. So I don't think they should start preparing yet, but they should know that that is the test they're going to prepare for. And actually this year's current sophomores, soon to be juniors in the fall, there's a number that may turn out that this new SAT is a better fit for them. They can start learning about that now. The SAT is actually given 7 times a year. So it's administered in October, November, December, January, which will be the last of the current test, and then March, May, and June. So some students take it 3 times. A lot of data suggests students do their best on their second sitting.
由大纪元主办的2015年教育展呢，将于7月25号星期六在洛杉矶举行。到时候呢，有哈佛大学、斯坦福大学、UC Berkeley、UCLA 南加大等名牌大学的招生人员现场为大家解答问题。Princeton Review 呢，也将提供免费的全程 SAT 实战模拟考试，还会把考试的成绩和分析报告寄给参加考试的学生。 顺便跟大家分享一个秘密 ，Princeton Review 之所以这么厉害，是他真的会派工作人员参加每一次的 SAT 考试，所以他不但对这个考试有非常深入的研究，还能根据每个学生的特点来分析，帮助你怎样提高考试成绩。如果您梦想着考入一个好的大学，请不要错过这次机会。好，谢谢大家的收看，咱们下次节目再见。